Hello, beautiful souls. It's Lisa. I thought I'd change it up a bit because I am just like that. I just like changing things up. I just wanted to let you know that I'm about to write a few blog posts in a row. So because there's so much that's been going on for the last 6 weeks, I just felt like if I just wrote one giant blog post with all the lessons and learnings that I learned in that, it just wouldn't work out. But before I begin, I need to say something. Do you notice this beautiful piece of art that's behind me? This was done by Faith Stone, who's the wife of Babaji, who started Shoshone's ashram, where it's where I went to yoga class. I stayed in an ashram for 21 days in Hawaii, and it was remarkable. It shifted my soul a bit, and I'm just ever so grateful it came at the perfect time. I'm also drinking some black tea with a little coconut milk, and so there we go. Okay, breathe with me. So the last 6 weeks have been incredible. One of the things that has been going on is that we built a rehab studio here in our home for Nick, which is a game changer for Nick and for our family. And I am envisioning for many other families. I want to open up our home and our philosophy of this journey to other folks who need a little bit of hope in their life. And so that's just my vision. So I'm going to write about that. We went to a neuro-ophthalmologist, which was super cool. And did you know that the retina of your eye is actually part of your brain, which I never knew. And so Nick got a new prescription, and he's going to be wearing these prism glasses, which shine the light in a different neural pathway in the back of his brain, which I'm going to write about. That. So unbelievable. I have a little cheat sheet. I looked into getting him a lap guitar because, Nick is a guitarist, and he just started being able to move his arms a little bit. So we have him doing like a few strums on the guitar of his guitar now. But what we're trying to do is get a lap guitar, because that seems to be more like something that he could do. And music is so healing, and so I'm very excited about that. I'm meeting with a friend of mine about music therapy, but more in a vocal way, because I heard this incredible podcast with on Being with Krista Tippett, and it was this woman who was a choral director, and I'm going to write about that. We've had construction, and one of the things that I was gifted with, thank God, when we had to move everything out of the one room where the studio is now down to this basement office space, was I got my own meditation room where this beautiful sweetheart is. So I'm standing in my meditation room. I have an altar now. I have all my spiritual books there. It just makes me happy. I can do yoga. It's all good. I've been taking for the last 8 weeks, a certified caregiving course, like to become a caregiving consultant, because that's part of the inspiration that I've been given from, my spiritual source. And so that has been unbelievable, and I'll talk about that. I'm changing my email, my website a little bit differently, so I can have a newsletter in it, because a lot of the things that have been happening in our journey has been just totally able to translate into the typical world. And so all the lessons, and I'm not alone in this, there's a few people that have just released videos and are starting movements around the same thing. Both are traumatic brain injury people. One is JJ Virgin, whose son had a traumatic brain injury by getting hit by a car. Another one is Kevin Pierce, who is a Olympic hopeful snowboarder who crashed on a training run. Both of them have come out of the journey with the same almost verbatim feelings that I have. And so that's super cool, and I'm going to write about that. Very exciting. We're being gifted with a dog, And it's a Portuguese water dog, and his name is Hashiroku, and it's named after Nick was going to have a dog before he was moving out, and him and his former girlfriend, they chose a name, and it's actually a name after a drift car. So so his name, or her name, we're not sure if boy or girl because she's supposed to be born today, is Hashi for short. So we're really excited, and it's going to be trained in to be a service dog and a therapy dog, but mostly the service dog thing I'm super jacked about too, because it's going to be a real service dog that'll be able to pick things up for Nick. They'll be able to wake Perry and I up at night if he's struggling. That will be able to just really be like Nick's guardian. And I mean, everybody knows that animals are super healing, and so I'm super excited about that. So as you can see, my life's been a little crazy, and I just wanted to keep you in the loop to say that I didn't stop writing my blog. I'm gonna keep writing, but it's gonna be in a series of things, and I just wanted to share with you, and I just wanted to touch base. So blessings to you all, and talk soon. Bye now.